So after commentating now like several months of this tournament out in Europe, I'm really seeing the deep talent field, the pool of players that are just super strong and kind of new and younger. They have their 18-year-olds, their 19-year-olds, you know, out there in Europe, and that's like I got the pleasure to seeing a lot of those guys play. And I talked about the Russian players who kind of made a guest appearance one season. So a lot of like things changed since I last followed the scene over 10 years ago.
We're going to winners final. This is going to be a race to 3.
Race to 3, and we haven't seen these guys play in a while, but it is Joestar versus Energie Marduk. Energie Marduk, I think I would say, is the favorite of this tournament. He just won the big Evil regional tournament a couple of weeks ago, and he's on fire, man. He's taken down JDCR at live tournaments. He's been around for a while. See, Tekken 7 is not his first game. Energie Marduk has been an online staple for a few Tekkens now.
All right, here we go. Nice tackle. Keeps him in the corner. He's going to have to guess here on Oki what's going to happen. Oh, nice spring kick into the conversion.
Side roll spring kick is something that a lot of people are not even aware that they can do. After side rolling, you don't always have to get up. You can side roll, hold down and stay down, or you can side roll spring kick. And
right through the rage drive? Yo, Geese Joestar is bringing the fight here to Energie Marduk. He's like, he's your favorite? Nah, I'm your favorite.
No Akuma this time either, and he wants to probably avenge his friend El Tondo, who lost to Energie Marduk, his fellow countryman. So, you know, Energie Marduk has been, you know, taking out Mexican players left and right, and in winners finals, he's gonna have to get past one more who's looking to avenge his comrades.
Oh, here we go, Python explosion.
He timed the ground grab a little too early there, and now it's back to the wall, but he does have the life lead. He's staring down a Geese Howard who's hungry to get that knockdown though. Anyone's game. The jump is going to do it.
Yeah. Good stuff. I like it. Right into the Rashomon. Going to be able to close it out with this Rage Art. But look at that. 2 straight rounds for Geese Joestar. And you know, Geese Joestar, we saw his Geese earlier. It was a bit sloppy compared to his Akuma, but it looks like he might have gone into practice mode between now and then because he is looking really sharp now as we go into this winner's final match, opening match.
Yeah, now that slow Geese Howard medicine jump, it's going to be a huge factor right there. That jump, the last round, it stuffed the tackle attempt. And a lot of the lows that Energie Marduk throws out can lose to that move as well. So I think that's going to cause hesitation on his part on trying to find the timing for attacks and lows. Working on 3 straight rounds for Joestar. I mean, that was a shocker to me. I didn't expect that, but
I lost all my channel points. If we were betting on single games, I would have lost all of them. That is crazy. Did not expect that 3-0.
In Energie Marduk's defense, though, when he played in his top 8 winners bracket match, first game was very close. Second game, he made the adjustment and destroyed his opponent. So second game, Energie Marduk is definitely more dangerous than first game Energie Marduk. And so if he gets beat up the second game, then my eyes are really going to be like, okay, well, let's pay attention to this Joestar guy, because you know the fact that he struggled in his opening set against Kusanagi does not mean that we should count him out, right? 1-0 is a great start to taking down this this favorite, right? If you're the underdog, go up first game, great.
You got to believe the cult of Marduk is always strong. Sometimes you don't have the answer in front of you, but sometimes you just got to tackle. Sometimes you just got to go to VTS and hope for the best.
Yeah, the one time though that Energie Marduk did go for the tackle, it got
he got bopped.
So, you know, the same question now. It's like the one time you try to tackle whatever, it gets stuffed. Are you gonna have some resolve and continue sticking with the game plan, or are you gonna be phased mentally just because your opponent seemingly had it figured out, right? But you know, whether it's one thing to believe in like yourself or not believe in yourself, but also, do you believe in your opponent? Do you believe that he is that good, or do you believe that he got lucky? And these are the questions that you gotta ask yourself in between the games, and that'll dictate how much more respect you're gonna grant them.
Bro, he started off with a banger. That 1+2 right away, man. His timing is really getting Energie Marduk.
He's doing what Energie Marduk does to other people, like rushes them super down.
Oh, no throw break. This is going to be big. He has the wall here. What's he going to go for? Goes for the mid.
I'll cut the combo short.
Yo, did he find out something? That he can't break throws? Did he find it out?
He goes for it again by the end of this round, yes. he's definitely, hold on.
That was sick. Okay, like you said, maybe it just takes a little bit of a fine-tuning, some adjustment, and maybe Energie Marduk's ready to explode this energy drink all over him.
Okay, he's going to have to face wall pressure, though. Geese really good at carrying coast to coast. So gets up. Let's look at the mix-up. You know, he's not gonna duck there. Not that early in the match. Okay. Incorrect parry timing, but even with the parry, he could have break into throw. So, like you said, it might be a weakness of Joestar that the throws are getting through.
Oh, you can't break that one, not in the air.
And you get a little extra too. Like you catch him at the air. Like that's just, you didn't even expect that. That was like bonus.
But it's apparent now that Energie Marduk is testing him. The amount of grabs that he's going for has gone up by 3 times. In that round alone, he went for so many grabs.
And
he's testing him now.
Okay. If I'm Energie Marduk, I would need to be convinced. Like that's 3 successful attempts versus 1 break. So, you know, 75% success rate. Okay, it just went from 75 to 80.
Yeah, and he's switching up the breaks now. He is turning things up here. Look at the round lead, and oh man, he got it. He definitely got it. 3 rounds straight. What an answer here to Geese Joestar. So Energie Marduk tying it up 1 game apiece. But again, this is a race to 3. You cannot count out your opponent yet. Do not count your chickens until they're hatched. What's going to happen here? What adjustments are we going to see? I mean, from you from a player perspective, you just won 3-0. You lost 3-0 the following match. What do you do adjustment-wise? What do you think of as you go into this next match?
I'm very, very concerned about this glaring weakness of lower grab breaks. So I'm not entirely familiar with Joestar's grab breaking history. You know what I mean? Like if I had games with him, I know. So I'm not sure at this point if that was just a really, really bad streak of getting grabbed a lot, or he actually can't break grabs. And if it's the latter, that's a very, very concerning problem because your opponent figured you out. You can't break grabs, and since you can't break grabs, your best bet against it, if you know it's coming, is to try to duck it, and that's way more risky. And that's kind of like the disadvantage of not being able to break grabs, especially against like those king players and stuff. It's because you're gonna have to resort to ducking a lot, and that's where Energie Marduk starts incorporating those jumping knees. He's gonna start tackling you. If you get more defensive, he's gonna get more aggressive, and that just kind of turns the match upside down completely. Joestar seemed to be the one that was going in a lot, and that helped him secure game 1 in crazy dominant fashion. But now Energie Marduk has figured something out that he can really exploit. And are you going to tighten up and break the grabs like, you know, you should be able to, or are you going to have to start ducking?
I wonder if he's considering even trying maybe Akuma. Akuma inherently may be a little bit tougher to throw just because his ability to be in the air more, but also just the active range that he can play at. Either way, it'll be interesting to see what happens here in this matchup as they are both tied up 1 apiece here. Geese Joestar versus Energie Marduk.
Yeah, because if a Marduk goes for a grab and Akuma is doing like say a 1-1 or a down or a double low punch, that could actually catch him counter hit, because in Tekken 7 you can counter hit throws.
Yep. Oh, here's the tackles. They're starting to come out. Oh, and the conversion. Oh, second hit of the explosion. Pops him.
The anti-air second hit, that was pretty cool to watch. Nice.
Starting to build meter. Oh, there you go. He's done. Big risk. You know, he got away with that low from the quarter circle back to quite a few times already, but this time obviously getting block and launch punish, kind of sealing that option away. Energie Marduk taking that round. Big stuff.
Yeah, if you're Joestar, really, you just have yourself to blame for that. When you took matters into your own hands, tried to force an early end to the round, you didn't really even need to go for that. Right? You could have just played it normal and straight
he's
up.
Going for these big parry reads.
They haven't really worked out as much, I think. To the wall, but side wall, no side wall.
Oh, he still got a conversion. Nice combo there. Uh-oh.
Ended up being a regular wall, so fortunate for him. And there's a throw break. 2 throw breaks so far this round. Could have been just a bad streak, like I said, because, you know, when players make winners finals of a big tournament, you know, throw breaking is probably something that they, you know, checked off their list a long time ago. So very uncharacteristic probably for Joestar to get hit with so many throws that last game. Probably won't have.
All right, here we go. Toe tap. Look at he has the wall position. This is very important here as we go in, but a nice duck. He was able to react here. He's going to be able to push on walls. What does he do? Big break into the throw.
Yeah, it goes back into the wall for extra damage.
He's only breaking the 1+2 grabs. Anakin. He is not breaking the other grabs.
That happens too. Like when they're so tunneled in on one grab, every break is going to be for that specific grab. Right? The Marduk having the combo grab is just so messed up for a player who can't break that
He's
well.
only breaking the 1+2 grabs.
Exposed to the max, man. And Joestar is going to have to play another opponent after this. That opponent is most likely watching this, and he's like, oh, can't break grabs. And, you know, if you get that character with the grabs, then...
It probably doesn't help that we said it like 3 times already that he's not breaking the grabs.
But I think anybody, even a day 1 Tekken player, can see, like, these grappling attacks are definitely a big factor. Joestar, though...
Look at much damage that did. That was great.
This is still a very competitive match right here, if Joestar is able to win this one.
Oh my god, he tried. Is he crazy? He tried a reverse in that situation, knowing that the drive could come out?
I think he tried to reverse the drive because the range that he pulled out the reversal at was so far out that there weren't that many moves that he was even going to be in reach for Marduk. So that's why I thought he tried to parry the rage drive, and that's probably the most like style. That's so much of like a flex in a situation like that. Why would you go for something like a crowd pleaser moment when you're just
go big or go home? Go big or go home. Maybe he wanted that. He wanted the clip. He wanted the highlight. Who knows?
Perhaps. But yeah, you said it. You called it out earlier. Joestar was going for a lot of Geese Howard reversals, and while I saw like maybe 1 or 2 work out, a lot of times he is just getting super punished for it. Right. That time right there was clearly the last straw, I think, when it comes to like Joestar's mindset on utilizing these parries. Like, even if they work a lot when he normally plays, they're not working a lot now, and you have to cut that out, right? Maybe cut it in half. Like, he did so many parries that game, and it cost him in the biggest way. So Energie Marduk is now up 2-1, 1 game away from advancing to the grand finals, and the points is probably the most important thing here today. Aside from maybe the money, if they want a little extra cash, of course, $1,000 going to go to first place, which ain't nothing to laugh at.
Nothing to scoff at, indeed. Anyways, we are going back in. He is going to stick it through with Mr. Howard the whole way. So he's stuck with using Geese for the remainder of this set in our winners final. Energie Marduk, of course, only needs to win 1 more to secure himself a spot in grand finals where he would be guaranteed a top 2 placing.
I do think the Geese Howard is the pick, you know, to go and switch to Kuma would be kind of give up and try to see if like, oh, maybe I can get lucky with the Kuma, right? Grab break early on, that's a good sign for Joestar. I mean, this game was really competitive. Joestar took the first match. That last match was super competitive up until the very last blunder with the rage drive. It could have easily been 2-1 Joestar right now. And so the beginning of this match has to go in Joestar's favor. If it goes in Energie Marduk's favor, I think it's going to be too much theme, too much momentum for Joestar to get back in the game. Just as I say that, the first round is going to go to Energie Marduk.
Yeah, Energie Marduk is so prepared. Like, you know, when those down 4 sequences into the canceled kick, he's already ducked and ready to go. Oh. But then that's a mix of there. You got to be careful for the forward 1.
Okay. It's got Marduk on the wall. I would like to see maybe sidestep 3. Down 4-2 is a move that's it's a move that you can throw out a lot because of how safe it is, and the reward for it, even on regular hit, is really nice. It gives you an opportunity to get close and initiate something on your opponent, and not to mention on counter hit, you're gonna get a combo. Against great characters.
This could be bad.
Can this kill?
It could.
Oh.
This could be close. It is going to be very close.
It might be Pixel or it could be Kill. Pixel.
Oh, and he was able to close it out. So tying it up on round. Great stuff there from Geese Joestar.
Yeah.
Making it come back.
They buffed the last hit of that deadly rave to where I can't even tell how much life they're going to lose now. I just know it's a lot.
Yeah, the last hit's always a chunk. Oh, speaking of a chunk, tackles are coming out. Took a chunk out of his leg just there. And look at this life lead.
Meter for Geese. He's going to have to hang in there. Now he gets it.
Oh, he dropped it. Maybe the biggest and most unfortunate drop of the set so far. He had rage and he had good positioning there. Unfortunate here. Energie Marduk 1 round away from moving on into our grand finals choke slam.
The grabs are back. The pressure adds up. As it builds up, you know, the grab breaking goes down. And nice.
Here we go.
Nice. It's going to be a weird wall action here. Tail spin and then the carry. Beautiful.
Nice combo. Oh, back to the wall. He just messed himself up. Oh, no.
All thanks to that side roll from Energie Marduk. If they're running up and they're going to stomp over you, the answer is actually to side roll, like Energie did right there for all you new Tekken players. It's been around. It's been in play against like the stomp for years.
Is he dead? Oh my God, he's dead.
Good stuff.
That's a bit unfortunate, but man, that went a long way. that went a long way. Yeah.
Tackle. It was funny that he actually made me forget about the tackle just because those grabs were working out so well. He had really made that the primary focus of the match, and rounding it out with the tackle, that was good. He caught me off guard, so I definitely think that Joestar wasn't ready for that. Energy Marduk gonna go on to grand finals. He's used to it. He's used to advancing. Again, this is the Evo champion here for that region.
Gotta put respect on that name. So as you mentioned, Energy Marduk now waiting in our grand finals. His opponent, of course, now going into our losers finals, where he's gonna have to await one of the many competitors that will be coming out there. It's still tough because we're not quite there yet. We're not at the losers final, so there is a number of opponents that he could be facing off against. However, Energy Marduk, from what we've seen, at least the adjustments in the last match, he lost the earlier match, the first match, right? He made some adjustments and he really started to pull away as the set went on. Can he keep up this momentum to win the entire tournament? That's the question. I don't think anyone's going to doubt him, as we kind of talked about him being the favorite going into this, but I am surprised on how his opponent played.